The dig is the most awesome project that 8th graders do. It's a way for them to understand about archaeology, and since we study ancient cultures in the 8th grade, it's a way for them to understand also why we don't always have all the information about some of these cultures. We have 10 8th grade history classes. Each class has a different ancient civilization. Each kid in the class will research a different aspect of the civilization, what we call culture universals. We go to the library, they research that, they write a paper about it, and then they make an artifact. No miniatures, one of the artifacts that they would have really had. They break their artifacts. We don't tell them that ahead of time because it's pretty traumatic until they get into it. And we bury them in levels. And then what happens today is they switch. So they are digging up another class's site. They have no idea what culture it is. They have no idea what's buried there. They've been taught proper archaeological technique, and they rotate through the various jobs. There's a digger, there's a bagger, recorder, there's a measurer, there's sifters, and they rotate through these jobs so they get to do it many times. Each group has a crew chief that keeps them organized, and they bag everything up, and then I divvy up all these pieces tomorrow, and they take it home over the weekend to reconstruct, bring it back on Monday, and try to figure out what is the civilization.
The neat thing is all the information that they are writing down, all the measurements they are taking, just like at a real archaeological site, after the fact, the majority of the work happens in the lab. And they are able to reconstruct not just the actual physical pieces of the artifact, but they can reconstruct the site, either on paper or on computer. They have all of the measurements to say exactly where each piece, each object was found, and recreate that stratigraphy, those layers of dirt, which will tell them about time, will tell them about context. It's all there for them, and they're using actual archaeological methods. It's really neat. I got to participate in the dig, and I remember in 8th grade having the opportunity to look at Mesopotamia, to look at ancient Egypt, at Greeks and the Romans, really sort of lit a fire under me. And I ended up in college, undergraduate, studying anthropology and history, and going on to study archaeology and participating in digs here in New Mexico and out in Turkey as well.
This is year 35, which is pretty amazing. We've been doing it a long time, and it really is amazing. I went to an alumni event a couple weekends ago, and they still remembered the dig and the artifacts they made and the culture. And they were all giggling and laughing about it, you know. It was pretty impressive.